Is this the moment that Burkina Faso stands up to the lingering influence of foreign intelligence forces? This question looms large as negotiations remain at a standstill over the fate of 4 French intelligence agents held in Ouagadougou for over 9 months. These men, accused of espionage and attempting to destabilize the regime of Captain Ibrahim Traore, are at the center of a high-stakes international dilemma. Their detainment symbolizes Burkina Faso's bold resistance to external interference, particularly from France, a former colonial power that has had a long, complex relationship with the West African nation. The arrest of these 4 agents, who were apprehended on December 1, 2023, just 48 hours after their arrival, has sparked a quiet but intense standoff between Burkina Faso and France. The agents, members of France's Directorate General for External Security, DGSE, were in Burkina Faso for what was claimed to be a cooperation mission with Burkina Faso's National Intelligence Agency, ANR. But their mission came to an abrupt halt when they were arrested by Burkina Faso's Directorate of State Security, DSE, accused of espionage and conspiring against Captain Traore's government. Burkina Faso's resolve in this matter has highlighted its shift away from foreign dependency and its move toward asserting its sovereignty. Since Captain Traore took power in September 2022, there has been a noticeable strain in Burkina Faso's relations with France. The two countries, once intertwined through military, economic, and diplomatic ties, now find themselves on opposing sides of a widening rift. Traore's government has made it clear that it will no longer tolerate any external forces that could undermine its stability or sovereignty, even if that means confronting a global power like France. In the case of the detained agents, it's not just the espionage accusations that have complicated matters. While they arrived in Burkina Faso equipped with diplomatic passports, they failed to follow protocol to the letter. Instead of presenting proper diplomatic visas, they used e-visas, a procedural misstep that has only fueled the controversy. Though their French superiors assured them that everything was in order and that their arrival was expected by Burkina Faso's intelligence partners, this error in procedure has played a role in their continued detainment. So why has Burkina Faso held firm in this diplomatic standoff? For Captain Traore's government, this situation is not merely about these 4 individuals, but about asserting a new chapter in the country's history, one in which Burkina Faso is no longer beholden to the influence of outside powers. For decades, many African countries have struggled to shake off the remnants of colonialism, with foreign intelligence agencies often playing unseen but powerful roles in shaping political outcomes. Traore's leadership, however, is determined to break this cycle. By taking a hard line against these agents, his government is sending a message to the world. Burkina Faso will no longer allow foreign powers to meddle in its internal affairs. As this standoff continues, it has sparked demonstrations in Ouagadougou in support of Traore's leadership and his stance against French influence. These demonstrations reflect the broader sentiment in Burkina Faso, where many people feel that their country has long been subjected to foreign manipulation, particularly by France. The withdrawal of French armed troops from the country has been a significant victory for those who support Traore, and the detainment of the French agents is seen as a further step in reclaiming Burkina Faso's autonomy. This story is not just about espionage, though. It's about a small West African nation standing tall against the legacies of colonialism and foreign interference. For too long, Burkina Faso, like many other African countries, has been seen as a pawn in global power struggles. But under the leadership of Captain Traore, the country is carving out a new path, one that prioritizes national interests over external pressures. It's crucial to remember that this is not a simple story of good versus evil. Espionage, diplomatic tensions, and international negotiations are complicated by nature. But what's clear is that Burkina Faso is taking a bold stand, and that stand is resonating with its people. The question now is how long this standoff can last and what the eventual resolution will be. In the midst of this diplomatic tension, it's easy to overlook the broader changes taking place within Burkina Faso. Under Traore's leadership, the country has been working to strengthen its internal security, improve economic conditions, and foster national unity. These efforts have not gone unnoticed, and despite the challenges posed by external pressures, Burkina Faso remains steadfast in its commitment to self-determination. And at this point, let's pause for a moment to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more stories like this one to light, offering a deeper look into the geopolitical dynamics shaping Africa today. As the months pass, the standoff between Burkina Faso and France continues. But this situation represents more than just a negotiation over the fate of 4 intelligence agents. It symbolizes the broader struggle for African countries to assert their independence in a world that often seeks to pull them in various directions. For Burkina Faso, this standoff is a test of its resolve, a test that Captain Traore's government seems determined to pass. Looking ahead, one can only speculate about how this situation will unfold. Will negotiations eventually lead to the release of the agents? Or will Burkina Faso continue to hold its ground, demanding that its sovereignty be respected? Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear. Burkina Faso is no longer willing to be a passive player in the global arena. The country is taking charge of its destiny, and it is making sure that the world knows it. As more nations observe how Burkina Faso handles this delicate situation, the message is unmistakable. African nations are ready to take control of their own narratives. Gone are the days when foreign powers could operate unchecked in their territories. Now, the leadership of countries like Burkina Faso is setting a new standard, one that prioritizes national integrity over international pressures. In conclusion, the situation with the French agents is still unresolved, but the broader message from Burkina Faso is loud and clear. The era of foreign dominance is coming to an end. Under Captain Ibrahim Traore's leadership, Burkina Faso is leading the charge toward a future where African nations stand as equals on the global stage, free from the shadows of colonialism and foreign interference. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay informed on the latest developments in Africa and around the world, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us bring these important stories to a wider audience. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to keeping you updated on the unfolding dynamics in Burkina Faso and beyond.